Hey traders, it's Jeff with Simply Derivative, and here's the daily recap video for Wednesday, July 24th, taking a look at the ES after hours, coming up on the reset period. But you can see in today's US session, we had a strong rally off the 3,000 level back up to the highs that we had put in not too long ago. NASDAQ closed at a record high. S&P, I believe the cash market closed at a record high as well. And you really saw a strong move from the Russell. Let's take a look at that real quick just to highlight that so you guys are aware of what we saw happening and why we thought the markets were going to continue to push up once they broke some overnight resistance. And so you can see that we have a clear trend line break on the small caps on the Russell. This is the RTY, basically taking out all of this trading in here. They had been trading really at a discount to the other markets, which had been setting record highs, the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P. And the Russell is finally playing catch up maybe. And you can see that it had a nice move up. Really all equity indices from the start, as soon as the opening bell hit, basically took off to the upside. There was a slight pullback and possibly an opportunity for you to get in on a breakout to the upside, or you were short and you got stopped out. And then if you didn't get in long on a smaller time frame, you watch this thing just climb, climb, climb. Same thing with the S&P as well. A couple things to note. Today's first 5-minute range and the first 15-minute range, literally the same size, exactly the same size in terms of points as yesterday's opening range for the first 5 and 15 minutes. Not that that really means anything, but it's just interesting to note. But you can see here, as soon as the opening bell hit, traded down about a tick or two, and then just shot up. And then we made our way towards the overnight high, yesterday's closing area, and we took that out, slightly pulled back, hit the top end of the range of the first 15 minutes. Looked like we had a shorting opportunity to take this thing back down, but they held on to it above 3005 and really pushed it up north. You can see that we had some resistance here on this 30-minute. We cleared that, closed below that, and basically got all the shorts trapped and then took it up higher. And so a couple opportunities for us today. We had a winner and we had a loser. Obviously the winner was on the long side, the loser was on the short side, but all in all an okay day. You saw like I said, the markets climb towards those highs. We have the Fed meeting next week in which they're supposed to raise rates. We'll see how that plays out and what they're going to do there. But the markets continue to just climb, climb, climb. And so make sure you guys are knowing what type of market environment you're in and sticking to your rules. And even if you do get stopped out and you want to get back in, just make sure that you're trading in the direction of the overall markets. Bigger picture, you can see that we've definitely been bullish as of late here in the S&P products. Let me show you this. ES, SPYs, and SPX all up quite nicely. A few days ago on the 22nd, that was Monday, after a down day on Friday, we basically stayed really contained above this 297 level, 29.75 on the ES, and then from that point we gapped up and aren't looking back. And so typically the markets like to grind higher in July going into August. So we'll see what the Fed wants to do with rates going into next week. But as far as what we're looking at coming up here for tomorrow, we really don't have any overhead resistance or supply at this point. And so the VIX is trading at 12. Bonds are still trading up for the most part. Gold's still staying bid. Oil's fluctuating, but it seems to be risk on right now, and we'd expect that to continue. Once the ES does actually take out its all-time high, it hasn't done that yet. It's, at least for this contract month, the U We still have a couple points to go on that. Once it does, then you'd look for a bigger pullback. Markets typically, once they break a high, will pull back. Just depending on what high it is, if it's an all-time high or a previous high, or you have some further overhead resistance or supply above that. That'll dictate what type of pullback you're going to get, whether it be a strong one or just some sort of shallow retracement before moving up higher. So, like I said, we're looking to see this thing finally take out this high that was set a couple weeks ago, and then from there, we'll see if the markets want to continue to grind higher. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you had a good trading session. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll get a pre-market prep out with our daily trade plan and some setups that we're looking for. And if you haven't already, be sure to visit simplyderivative.com. Check out our course. Finally just launched it a couple weeks ago, the Derivatives Day Trader. If you guys are serious about learning how to day trade the futures markets, specifically the S&P, whether that's the micro or the minis, then that's something you definitely want to check out. It's all online, all digital. You can access it at your own pace. Like I said, go to simplyderivative.com, click on the courses tab, and then you'll see that right there, along with our ebooks and other things that we have to offer. So, like I said, check out the Derivatives Day Trader course, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.